It's really awesome when your nostalgic family favorites growing up accidentally collide with a keto-friendly lifestyle, so you never have to give up those favorite memories. Hey y'all, it's Lindsey. I want to share with you a recipe my grandmother would make for us all the time for family cookouts or just gatherings in general that I have tweaked and sort of turned into my own thing, and that would be Texas torpedoes. These little bite-sized appetizers, side dishes, main course, whatever you want to use them for, are bites of chicken, jalapeno, onion, all wrapped in bacon, grilled to perfection. These would be perfect for you to take to a cookout to share with all of your friends, and they don't even have to know it's keto. To get started with these Texas torpedoes, we need to prep up our ingredients, beginning with our onion. Peel and then slice up your onion. I like to keep my slices around 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch wide, so that way there's plenty of oniony goodness on every single torpedo.
Gone over this 1,000 times before. Baby, it's now or never. Gotta leave this town and I know what you're asking for. You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more. 'Cause for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream.
With those onions managed, let's prep up our jalapenos by popping the stems off to start.
'Cause it's keeping me alive. And I saved my take.
Now let's work on slicing the jalapenos in half and scooping out the insides. I try to get a lot of the seeds out because there are some people in my family who are a little more sensitive to spiciness. The jalapenos have great flavor on their own. The seeds just add a lot of heat, so making these the most palatable for as many people as possible is kind of my goal here. I also really like using a spoon to pull the rib and the seeds out. It works a little better for me than a knife or my fingers and allows me to work more quickly. Now that we've got our veggies all prepped, let's work on the chicken. I'm using chicken breasts, and I'm going to be cutting these into small, sort of bite-size, 2 bite-size chunks. This is a little bit tricky from the jump, and it takes a little bit of thinking to figure out exactly where you're going to cut and how you're going to cut these to make them appropriately sized. I like to try to make them as evenly sized as possible to where they will fit nicely with the jalapeno and the onion. And they'll also hopefully cook as evenly as possible in the same amount of time. There's just a lot of just thinking through the process based on the individual pieces of chicken that you have. With all of our chicken chunked up, I've tossed it into a bowl and I'm drizzling it with a little bit of avocado oil so that my seasonings will stick. I'm using the organic seasoned salt from Redmond's. This is a great all-purpose seasoning that many people enjoy, so I love using this one. I do have a discount code in my description down below. I'm going to toss all this together to get all of my chicken as evenly coated as possible, and then set that aside until I am ready to start building. And the time has come to build our Texas torpedoes. I'm going to be using regular bacon, not thick cut. That won't crisp up very nicely, and it will take a lot longer to cook these Texas torpedoes. So we're going to take the jalapeno and a little chunk of chicken that has been seasoned, along with a slice of the onion, and then we're going to sort of fit our bacon around this. I'm going to use half a slice of bacon per torpedo here. It's usually just about right. to wrap around this. And you fiddle with this a little bit whenever you are first figuring it out. Sometimes I wrap it completely. Sometimes I just wrap it around kind of like a little belt. And I'm going to just carry this on until I've got all my chicken used up or my bacon. As I'm going through this, I'm not showing putting a toothpick into each one of these little torpedoes. The farther I get along, the more I sort of modify and fiddle with things until I get it just the way that I want it to be. And then I take a toothpick and use that to hold all of the bacon in place. All of the torpedoes are built and ready to go relax in the fridge until the grill is nice and hot. The Traeger is ready, so we're going to go pop these on and get them evenly spaced. If I'm cooking these in the oven inside, I'll do about 375 degrees and just keep an eye on them every 20 minutes or so, checking to see if they are done or not. Here on the grill, I am not the master of it. My husband is, so I follow his lead, and he managed this for me out there. Let's go ahead and give these a little taste test. These are fantastic. I love the flavor combo here. You can take these and turn up the heat if you're feeling a little more spicy, but for a large crowd, I like to go a little bit less spicy on these just because I want everybody to be able to enjoy them. Go ahead and try these out. Let me know what you think of them down in the comments below.